I challenge you to do this for the next 30 days. And this is my marriage cheat code that's been working for me for many years. And I share with couples whenever they ask and whenever I provide support for them. This is what I share with them to improve and strengthen their bond within the relationship. And this kind of kicks the dopamine happy chemicals in your brain between between the both of you, and as well it brings this closeness. It stokes the fire of intimacy within your relationship. So stay tuned for this. My name is Frank DeGracia. I'm a couples counselor, and if you've really been enjoying my videos, please subscribe to my videos and share this with other friends and family. I really believe that if I could help the couple, I can help the family, and if I can help the family, I can help change and transform and impact the community, right? And so let's get right into it. So here it is. Here is my challenge for the next 30 days. That's all it is, 30 days. I want you to develop and cultivate this habit. And what it really consists of weekly, on a weekly basis, is here it is, just simply 3 hours a week. If you could do these things for 3 hours a week, which is a small act every single day, it will transform your marriage. I kid you not. It's helped me in my relationship with my wife, Julie, and helped us take our relationship to the next level. The first thing on this is what is the partying kind of activity. A party activity before the both of you leave for work, or at least one of you leave for work. Do a party activity. What I recommend you to do is to do this. Embrace each other for 1 minute a day. Right before you leave for the house, 1 minute a day, 5 days a week, just for 1 minute. That's it. Just hold each other, hug each other, embrace each other. You don't need to say anything, but just embrace each other for 1 minute. Just hold each other for 1 minute before you leave for work. And this is going to bring you closer. It's going to help you start your day right. It's going to help you leave your house right as well. So before you part every single day for work, hug your spouse for just 1 minute. The second thing is this, reunion. So after work is done, you come home from work. What do? And what every couple does and what every couple asks each other is, how was your day? How was your day? And I call this, according to Dr. John Gottman of the Gottman Institute with couples and relationships that he focuses on, and he finds that when couples do this, a lot of healthy, strengthening couples who are very strong in the relationship, a lot of them do this, what's called stress reducing conversation. And you may already do this. However, I'm asking you to do this challenge for 30 days, every single day for 30 days for this short amount of time in your day. So when you come home from work, do a stress reducing conversation that takes about 10 minutes. That's all, 10 minutes a day. You come back home from work and you talk to each other for 10 minutes. What does this consist of? I want to give you 3 rules in this sharing of time in that 10 minutes. The first thing is, in that 10 minutes, do not talk about your spouse. Do not talk about what she did and what she didn't do, all kind of things. I want you to talk to her about your work, what happened at work, what experiences you had at work or wherever you were at that day, where you went, what did you do, who are you doing it with, what was it like, how are you feeling, all those things. And the other thing, after you share, maybe you share for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, switch roles. And then you ask her, how was your day today, honey? Right? And in this part, do not take, if your wife is sharing with you something about, I'll put in quote, air quotes, her enemy, maybe not necessarily, but she's talking about someone she's stressed out with or someone who upset her at work or whatnot. And you may agree with her enemy. You may agree with the person's other side. Do not say, you know what, babe, she's kind of right. Don't go there. The goal in this, as a partner, as a spouse, as a husband or boyfriend, is to take your partner's side. Always take your partner's side. And then when you take her side, validate her emotions. The last thing you want to do is to take the enemy's side, whom your partner, your spouse is complaining about. Take her side. Take your partner's side and validate her emotions by saying things such as, that must really be upsetting. Oh my gosh, if I was in your shoes, oh my goodness. Take her side. Ask her things like, how did that feel? I mean, I'm kind of pissed off right now about what she did to you, what she said. What are you feeling right now, babe? Right? Validate her emotions. Feel the emotions with her. So again, once a day, 1 minute parting hugs. Once a day, 10-minute stress reducing conversations where the both of you take turns, where you share about your days. The other thing is this, the third thing is appreciation. Every single day, find time in your day, either during your lunch break, when you come home, before bed, whatever it is, take 2 minutes, where 1 minute each partner takes 2 minutes to appreciate something about each other. Here's the prompting, okay? I appreciate you for what I appreciate you about, right? What I appreciate about you is, sorry, my English grammar. What I appreciate about you is, and then follow that up with a, a specific behavior, specific event that you are appreciative about. For example, this is actually something that my wife said to me. She said to me when I was at work, I looked at my phone and it says 823. Now, if you grew up in the pager days, you would exactly know what 823 means, right? Thinking of you. Right? And so when I got home, I told her that. I says, babe, thank you so much. I appreciate when you sent me that text. It just brought me back to those days where we were page texting each other, if you know what pager is, right? But I really appreciate that. And I told her that, and and now we kind of do that a lot, right? What gets praised gets repeated. And so that is something that I would encourage the both of you to take every single day. Do 2 minutes of sharing what is one thing that you are appreciative of her, just for the next 30 days. For 30 days, take that time, all right? Here's another thing. So after, do a parting, do a reunion, stress reducing conversation, share an appreciation about the day that you appreciate her about. Here's the other thing. Number four, affection. An affectionate kiss. An affectionate kiss. What study shows is that when couples kiss for 7 seconds, at least 7 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds, they experience closeness. If you were to just kiss, like lock lips, bruh, lock lips with your wife for 7 seconds, at least 7 to 10 seconds every single day, 5 days a week, that amounts to 1 minute, right? 5 to 6 times a week amounts to 1 minute. That's all you need to spend on this. That also does is it kicks up the dopamine, happy chemicals in your brain, and there's this closeness, this bond that happens between you and your partner. So an affectionate kiss, one time a day at least, for at least 7 to 10 seconds, 5 days a week, okay, and begin to experience more closeness. Not just so the partying, it's the reunions, so the stress reducing conversations, is the sharing appreciations, and then there's affectionate kiss. And the other one I'd like to close with is this: date night check-ins once a week for 2 hours. Date night check-ins once a week for 2 hours, right? And let me kind of give you a breakdown of what you're going to be doing for those 2 hours, okay? The first thing is this. I'll give you four things to talk about in that 2 hours with each other. Here it is. One is, how are you doing? Asking her, how are you doing? Now the rule is this: when you ask her or she asks you how are you doing, the rule is good is not a good answer. Good is not a good answer. So in that moment, you talk about the highlights of your week and the lows or the low points of your week. How are you doing? And talk about the high points and the low points. So how are you doing? You're asking your spouse, you're asking your wife, babe, how are you doing? And let her share. The second one is this: how am I doing? Now we're kind of allowing yourself to share, how am I doing? And again, I say this again: good is not a good answer. Good is not a good answer. So you share your highlights and your low points of your week. And I'm saying plural because hopefully there are a few, more than one, high points. And then for you, hopefully there's just some sharing of some low points. And I say hopefully because, again, this is an opportunity to draw closer, and this because communication and closeness in the midst of the conflict allows you to draw closer. The third thing we want to talk about is what are we doing? And what I mean by what are we doing, we're talking about the upcoming events that are happening in your week to come. These are things like maybe there's a kid's sport that's happening. Maybe you have to go into work. Maybe there's an event for some kind of party or whatever kind of things. The whole idea in all of this is organizing these events and synchronizing the events and making sure there's no overlap, considering the travel time, considering the prep time, considering afterwards, right? All these things get kind of just forgotten in the planning of your week. And so this is an opportunity in those 2 hours, opportunity to get on the same page so you're working in tandem as a team. So how are you doing? How am I doing? How are we doing? And the last thing is, how are we doing? How are we doing? So, as a result of the 30-day challenge that's been happening so far, ask yourselves, how are we doing? How am I appreciating you? Right? When we part, how you been liking them kisses, girl? Right? How you been liking that kisses, that appreciations? How you been liking these times of having to text each other and to show each other our affection? And how are we doing though? How you been liking this? I want you to grade yourselves on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 meaning terrible, 10 meaning amazing. Where are we right now in that 1 to 10? And then why did you choose that rating? Why did you choose that point in the 1 to 10 scale? And what can we do to go to the next level and improve? Because we all want to get better in our relationships, don't we? And so, in fact, what I want you to do is to comment below how this challenge has been impacting your health and the health of your relationship. How has this been improving? Come back to this video and just kind of comment. I want to hear, I want to see, I want to know how this been impacting you, because I know for me, it's impacted my relationship with Julie. And as a result of that, my kids experience the health and the vibrancy, because her and I are happy, her and I are feeling just healthy. Our kids as well experience the benefit of that. If you've been liking this video, I want to share more about the importance of checking in with your spouse. Click on this video right here, and I'll see you there. Take care.